Alright, so here's the truth. This video is going to be all about Facebook ad copy and more importantly, on how you can write and structure an effective ad copy that will actually go ahead and bring you sales for your e-commerce store. What is going on, YouTube fam? It's your boy Yash. Welcome back to the channel, and if you're new, then welcome to it. So at the end of the day, ladies and gents, as a Facebook marketer, as a digital marketer overall, ad copy is no doubt very, very important at the end of the day. It really dictates three main metrics or KPIs when it comes to Facebook ads in specific at least. First being CTR or click-through rate, next being watch time, and last but not least, your overall relevance score. So with that being said, ladies and gents, I do want to keep this video as short yet as informative as possible. We're actually going to dive deeper and look at some of my exact ad copies for my own ads, for my own products, for my own dropshipping e-commerce brands, and how you can actually go ahead and implement the same exact structure when it comes to writing your own Facebook ad copies. Without any further ado, make sure you guys do drop a like on this video, and while you're at it, feel free to also subscribe to the channel with that post notification bell turned on so you guys are updated with all recent and new videos. Alright, so first and foremost, before we do even go ahead and write or look at ad copy, it's very important to understand these three main points. The first being, know who you're selling to, meaning who is your ideal buyer and customer for a specific product. Who is your audience persona? What type of profile does your customer really fit into? If you're selling an outdoors product, okay, who may be your ideal buyer or customer? If you're selling a kitchen or a cooking product, again, this requires another ideal buyer or another audience persona behind that specific product. So that is very important to go ahead and just brainstorm, take a moment or two and really think about that. Second of all, you really have to know why they would be interested, right? Now you have your potential customer. Why would they go ahead and buy your product? What is the ideal reason behind buying that product, right? Will they gain something? Will they benefit something out of it? Is it a problem-solving product? Is it a passion product, right? So really knowing that why will go ahead and really help you strengthen your offer and your selling point behind that product. And then last but not least is know what is already working. Who, why, and what being the last one. Compare and analyze. See what you can make better than your competitors. A great way to do this for free is from Facebook Ad Library. You can literally go ahead and type in the name of the product utilizing different keywords, or you can even go ahead and type the name of the exact Facebook page of the competitor if you do know what that is. Or in other cases, you can even go ahead and utilize a paid software like AdSpy, not only to do competitive research and competitive analysis, but also to find cold products as well. So these two are absolutely great to really look at what's working and how you can go ahead and make even better in terms of structure, congruency, offer, ad copy overall. Now, in case if you don't actually know, ad copy is consisted in the actual ad when it comes on Facebook, right? So the anatomy is very, very simple. On the top, you have your primary text, and then you have your actual ad in the middle, which consists of the carousel, the image, or the video, whatever it really may be. And then on the bottom, you have your headline and your description, which are just as important, yet not as important as the ad copy on the top. Alright, so I moved myself to the top left so we can see this ad copy in front of us nice and clearly. Now, obviously, this is one of my winning ads from one of my Shopify dropshipping stores in which I did have a winning product on. To give you guys some context about the product so you guys can see exactly what I did here and follow along a little bit more with context, this product is the tire repair nail kit. Essentially, it comes with these little tiny plugs or tiny screws, I would say, and it really fills in gashes, holes, punctures, or anything like that. Really solves it instantaneously. So it's a great problem-solving product which really, prevents from air and stuff like that coming out from punctured tires or whatever the issue really may be. So let's just focus on our primary text here for a second. The top line is what I like to call the hook, right? And the hook is exactly what it sounds like, right? It kind of hooks people right away as soon as they land upon your ad. So it says this tire repair nail can quickly repair your punctured tires, right? It's really saying what the product can do right from the get-go. And you can also see that we have the name of the product mentioned, tire repair nail, right? What can it do? Can quickly repair your punctured tires. Little car emoji. I'm not a fan of using too many emojis. I only like using about 3 to 5 emojis, and that too as long as they are relevant and the placing is proper for those emojis. Anyway, going down, I do have a space, so it's a little bit easier to read on the eyes, and it's not all jumbled up together. It says it's easy to use. You can repair any tire with another little emoji. And then on the bottom, we have our call to action, right? Our CTA line. And that reads 50% off sale this week with a little pointing emoji to the actual URL, in which this case I did blur out. So overall, you'll see that shorter ad copy usually works better nowadays. You'll even see on the next one that we see just in a little bit. I think people's attention spans are becoming shorter and shorter on social media, specifically Instagram and Facebook. So we don't want to bombard people with such long copy where, they're really compelled to read it. Maybe they're not even reading the entire thing and missing out on certain important parts of the product and just information about it in general, right? So now, coming back to the headline and the description on the bottom. So usually for the headline, ladies and gents, I like to put some sort of direct statement that correlates or relates to the product as a whole. So in this case, we put fixes instantly, right? We can even put something like fix any puncture within minutes, right? All these really relate to the product directly. And then for the description on the bottom, which, by the way, a lot of people do leave blank, but if Facebook is giving you the space, why not go ahead and utilize it, right? It can only do good and not bad from what I believe. So in the description, I usually like to put something of urgency, scarcity, and or trust. So in this case, we have star emoji, 12,600 plus happy customer star emoji. Also notice how the first letter of each word in the hook, the headline, and the description is capitalized as well. I think this just goes ahead and sounds good and looks good and feels good and really comes off as a professional micro branded store that really knows what they're doing. So overall, guys, like spacing, congruency, and spelling is very important, no doubt. And then on the right over here, we have our shop now call to action button. I usually like utilizing shop now, or sometimes you can even use get offer, but 8 out of 10 times shop now is really the way to go. So with that being said, let's take a look at our next product or our next ad copy for the product and see how that's different than this one. So coming on to our second product here, we are dealing with another problem solving, another conveniency sort of product. And this is the garment ruler set templates. Essentially, this consists of a bunch of templates that help people sew and knit, so on and so forth. Once again, I'll throw up the AliExpress listing somewhere on the screen so you guys can more clearly see on what the product is. But making our way up to the primary text for a little bit, we can see that the hook where it says making sewing easy and fun, make sewing easy and fun. Just put the pressure foot in the groove and walk along the template. You can make any pattern you want, period, right? This doesn't really have an emoji or anything like that because, again, I know my buyer and audience persona, right? This more so might relate to someone who's a little bit more older, someone who's a little bit more simpler and doesn't want, all the fancy stuff and just too much attention in general, right? So really knowing your audience, your customer is very important, like I was talking to you guys before. So, because this is really not just a one sentencer, I don't have the first letter of each word capitalized like the previous one. And then instead of another just one sentencer down here like the previous one, I have 4 bullet points, right? And we can see I have these little emojis included than just bullet points or check marks. I think it just makes it a little bit more memorable, and I think it just makes it more personal to people. So it says, accurately measure and guide your stitches, durable quilting partner, make perfect patterns quickly, suitable for designing different kinds of gifts. So it really just gives a glimpse of the main features and benefits of the product. And then on the bottom, we have our CTA or call to action. It says, get yours here, little pointing emoji. And it actually has the link of the actual website. And again, it's okay if you guys see this link because this is more of a older store of one of my clients. So that's totally fine. The other one, I still kind of do have running. So I did block that one out. But here in the bottom in the headline, we have free motion garment ruler set, and I actually have the title included in the headline for this one compared to a direct statement that relates to the product. Again, I just switched it up a little bit. Sometimes if the name of the product is complicated or a little bit longer, I'll just put it in the headline instead of having some sort of other statement like you guys saw for the last ad copy. And then for the description, I have exclusive free shipping this week. That urgency, that scarcity, right? It's only this week, so it really goes ahead and lets people act upon it even quicker. You can see how I have the free in all caps instead of not being in all caps. So just anything with urgency, scarcity, trust, 450 pieces left or 2,400 sold in the last 24 hours, right? You can have anything like that in the description. It's one of my funnest parts to actually go ahead and customize. So now you guys got to see, 2 different versions of ad copy, right, for different types of products. And even though there is an overlying template, there is an overlying kind of benchmark to go and follow, have fun with it at the end of the day, be creative and, just don't be so robotic, right? You're really talking to another human at the end of the day. So I think that is very important to just understand overall. And there you guys have it, ladies and gents. That is all I have for you guys in today's video. I really do hope it was informative and helpful. Remember, just like any other skill in business, more specifically in the e-commerce dropshipping game, ad copy is a skill at the end of the day. And the only way to really strengthen and sharpen a skill is to do more of it, right? It's almost like riding a bike. Repetition is key at the end of the day. So if I were you, what I would go ahead and do to really become good at copywriting, ad copy in specific, and really familiarize yourself with the market and different products out there is I would choose 2 to 4 random products, maybe scroll on AliExpress, choose different products in different niches so that way you can get attained to the overall market and understanding different behaviors, customers, so on and so forth, and then go ahead and do the copy for those 2 to 4 products. Do this every single week, and I assure you, you will definitely get super adequate and good when it comes to writing ad copy. And not only for ad copy, but you guys should definitely be strengthening and sharpening your skills at the end of the day when it comes to your Shopify e-commerce business. That is really the only way to get good and to become adept at what you're doing and see good results. But with that being said, guys, if you guys do have any questions, thoughts, or concerns, then what are you waiting for? Feel free to drop them in the comments down below because I do reply to each and every single one of them. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I really do appreciate each and every single one of you.
I appreciate that.
Feel free to also check out all the links and resources in the description down below because they can and will be very helpful for your e-commerce or for your Shopify dropshipping store. Other than that, remember to keep working hard and more importantly, continue being awesome. Other than that, your boy is out. Peace.